Hello, I'm Christine Tvaroha, and I want to welcome you to Facts for 50 Plus. This is the show that we produce from the Bloomfield Township Senior Services Department and the Senior Center. And today I'm really happy and excited to share a super important topic about caregiving and about adult day service in our program called Friendship Club. And I'm really happy to introduce to you my Deputy Director, Ruth Frketich.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here with Christine, and I wanted to just share a little bit about my career path and how I got here to BTSS. So my background is a gerontology degree that I received over in Canada, and I went to work in adult day service for about 10 years in Ontario, and eventually transferred here with our family due to a job transfer for my husband. And that's I was here a few years, and then I happened across adult day service through Bloomfield Township and thought, you know what, I'm going to get back into that. It really was my calling. So I joined the Friendship Club probably about 16 years ago and became a part of the senior services team. And I worked there for a number of years and in different roles, in coordinator roles, and just sort of moved my way up, and also handled volunteers and worked in the program content for Friendship Club, the recreation content. Really passionate about the job, what you do in a ADS setting. It brings special people work there and are volunteers there and really dedicated and committed. And you make connections with some really special people along the way that you provide service for. So I've been with BTSS, Bloomfield Township Senior Services, for almost 16 years, loving every minute of it, challenged every day, inspired every day I walk in through those doors by the community we serve and the team that I work with, and all of the special programs that we provide. Very exciting there. And I moved over several years ago over to the senior services side from ADS and took on some operational roles. And a few years ago, I was promoted to deputy director, so overseeing a lot of operations of the senior center. So I can say that services are very important to us at the senior center, and providing top-notch, responsive services to our community. So excited to be here and turn it over to Christine.
Yeah, thank you, Ruth. Yes, I am so grateful for the amount of time and energy and passion that you bring to our department, and it has been wonderful to work side by side with you. As Ruth mentioned, we are really dedicated to services, and one of the most important services we feel that is needed right now is adult day service. We operated Friendship Club, the adult day service, for about 11 years before COVID, and we are right now on the cusp. Actually, it's already opened. We have opened we have opened Friendship Club with the help of a grant from the Community Foundation of Southeast Michigan. And so right now we are serving people who are living with dementia, and they are possibly not as engaged in the community as they have been throughout the years. And so Friendship Club provides some opportunities for that kind of connection. Ruth, would you like to describe, just in case people haven't heard the phrase adult day service, do you want to just describe a little bit generally about adult day service?
Yeah, so adult day service is a structured social recreation program. It's interactive, safe, it's a stimulating environment. We do social engagement, and we offer failure-free activities. Just trying to get people who are experiencing dementia or other memory challenges to be as connected and engaged and maintain their abilities through activities. So that's just a brief of what we are. It's also, the person is coming to a program, and there's that supportive encouragement to participate in as little or as much as the person wants to do. So some people need a little bit of help, and others might need more, and then others will help one another, which is really puts purpose and meaning to their day.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things, is when I see the people that have really higher abilities really stepping in and being not just a participant themselves, but they are there and they're guiding and encouraging others. I think that's how we ended up with the name Friendship Club, is because there is a lot of trust that develops between the staff and the participants, but really between the participants. And they enjoy each other. They know that they are welcome, and people are happy to see them. You mentioned activities. So tell us could you give us an example about what kind of activity might occur?
Sure, there are so many, and we plan them out. So one special activity is music, and we offer a live music component, which is pretty special. We have some four volunteer plus some paid professionals who offer guitar, jazz, keyboard. There's sing-along components. It gets people moving in their seats. Maybe they want to dance. The songs. I'm telling you, if you heard me sing along with people, you would think I am in the wrong era, because I could probably sing something from 100 years ago. The range is quite something. But those songs, the singing, you use your lung power to sing, push out the songs, the words. That helps with speech. It taps into different places in your long-term memory. When you just get moving, you recognize a tune and start humming along, singing along. We also use instruments, so they become a band and start tapping away. So just just so engaging is what I would say with the music, and just wow, just some wonderful opportunities with music for the members that come there. So, and their family might get a chance to give it a go. So yes, I'm recalling now a very heartfelt story about a number of years ago when we had someone who came to join. Now, people are of varying abilities, of course, but someone came and they didn't speak a lot, so their family said they're mostly nonverbal. And I'm going to tell you that after a few weeks with us, and I can't guarantee this happens in every situation, but I believe it was because of the music, that person was able to sing along with a wide range of songs, even though they were not necessarily communicating or holding conversations. And I just remember the whole team just was so moved by that. So that has really stuck with me. I think it's interesting now seeing where we are, right? We've both been in our positions quite some time. And I think it's interesting now because some of our performers come in and play the Beatles. So we've moved from, You Are My Sunshine right.
for people maybe 20 years ago. And now we're looking at providing songs that are really from the 60s and 70s.
Right.
And people are really loving it. So I can't speak highly enough about the music. What other activities do you enjoy, and do you see our members enjoy, Ruth?
So another really important one is exercise. So we offer daily exercise. We are very fortunate to have paid professional fitness instructors that can actually lead us in either combination seated, maybe some standing. They work on balance and movement and stretching, breathing techniques, hand-eye coordination. So quite a bit. So just, usually 30 minutes sessions, and possibly someone who might some people love to exercise, some people might not. However, some just join in because they see others doing it and they give it a go. So it's a way to get people moving and really making a difference in their physical outlet for that day. So important. We'll use maybe some Tai Chi sticks or some balls or some bands as well. So we incorporate different fitness instruments in that program. So, and we use a lot of colorful items to help us, and just really a great program, really nicely.
I think one of the other things is we try to sneak in some movement too by doing the bowling. We have the adaptive bowling, and then we have a small putting green, we have this a great ball. I think it's called a mind ball, and then we pass that around, and then we think of something while we're holding it and passing it. Then we're thinking of a word. So there's a lot of ways that you can incorporate movement so that people they don't have the chance to say, well, I don't like exercise, because here is some active thing that people really can enjoy and not really realize they're getting some movement in. So I love that. One of the other things that I really love about Friendship Club, and we have an example of it here, and it's artwork. I mean, the way that people can create, regardless of whether they've been an artist in the past, has nothing to do with that. We have projects that are really well defined, but still allow room for creativity. So each one looks different, but they're all beautiful, and people participate again at the level that they're interested in. And I think they surprise themselves sometimes, and they certainly surprise some of their caregivers. So here in front of us is this beautiful piece of artwork, and this was done by one of our partner agencies. It's in conjunction with them, the Birmingham Bloomfield Art Center. Now they have a whole series of therapeutic art programs, and then they bring them to us, and I just think that's fantastic. So that's a really key element. But we've also done things that are a little crafty. I know the other day it was National Banana Bread Day, and so each individual member made their own banana bread, had their own ingredients, had their own bowl, and then ended up making muffins to take home, surprise their family. So that was pretty fun. And then we've done some holiday ornaments, and it's endless, right? We kind of tap into the celebrations and make some themed activities, and it's really lovely. And I love it when some of the members say that we can keep some of their artwork, because then we get to put it in the center and make it even more beautiful. So definitely art is something that we really love to do at Friendship Club. And we talked about exercise and music. Any other things that come to mind for you for activities?
Well, the art just, it's a process. There's a lot of planning and thinking and different parts of the brain, and the different materials that the person is working with, and touch and tactile, the baking, it's just, there's steps involved. You have the smells, the scents,
the taste.
They love the taste. Everybody loves to taste. The Birmingham Bloomfield Art Center. What an exciting program. The art therapists are amazing in guiding all of us in the process, and as much assistance as a person, as much as they need or don't need.
Yes.
And it's not, the project is not about the final outcome, it's about the process. But most people are very proud of what they've made, so I think we're really excited about, we have a horticulture program. We typically will start it in early spring. We have an outdoor patio where we'll move things out there. We'll even do activities out there, sports games, working on our pots, spill the dirt all over, planting, caring for the plants. So anything we do there is a program. We make it into a program so that everyone can participate in it.
I recall, if I may interrupt for a moment, I recall one year where cilantro and,
Oh, yes.
and tomatoes and I can't recall what else, but those key elements were grown. And then there was a salsa making day.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh my gosh! So we had the onions and the tomatoes and it looked beautiful and it tasted beautiful. So that was really something nice for people to participate in.
And we did have a gopher that came regularly to help himself to our garden. So yes.
How did he get in?
He got in. He got
so
into
funny.
that garden somehow.
So
it was
funny.
a lot of fun. A lot of the activities have purpose, but they are designed in a way that any individual can participate with support, or as much as they need. And just the idea is to just get the members to do as much as they can while they're with us.
We're going for their confidence. We want them to have confidence in themselves and be comfortable and there's no judgment whatsoever. We want everybody to thrive. And I really liked, because earlier you used the phrase fail-free activities, and that's what you're describing, is that it's designed so that anybody can do it, whether they need a little support or they don't.
So important.
So important. I think one of the other favorite activities that some of our members have expressed is the pet therapy.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
through the years, we've had so many beautiful animals come through. And I don't recall, I'm feeling bad that I don't recall the name of the wonderful pup that's coming now, but there is something really magical about petting an animal, and many people have had pets in the past. Do you have a favorite story about any of the pet visits? Or
Oh gosh, there's been a number of pet visits, from a few key people. But we had one who came for a number of years, and that specific dog was trained through the leader dogs for the blind, and didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make it for that, but then became a therapy dog and would come along, and then the owner would also, play the piano during the visit, just provide wonderful listening music, and have the dog do a few demonstrations, and then if somebody would like to pet the dog, that was encouraged. So just really a nice experience. Had some really, really beautiful pets come over the years. So
yes, that's excellent. We've talked a lot about what can happen while our members are with us in Friendship Club and all the beautiful activities and the benefits of them feeling safe and confident and relaxed, like having some relaxation and laughter. Oh my gosh, the laughter in Friendship Club is something I treasure. Tell me a little bit about who else benefits from Adult Day Service or Friendship Club.
So it's really important to recognize that the caregiver, the family caregiver of the person attending Friendship Club receives benefits. So, it's respite, it's a break for the caregiver. They see that their loved one is engaged and thriving while in the care of the staff at the Friendship Club. Also, that caregiver receives education and support as needed. There are events that they can attend as a family and meet other caregivers. Just building their support network, because there are times, for some families where they just don't have any other support. So this is a good place to start, and you know, they become connected, and they can see how the staff interact with their loved ones, and they build trust with the team, which is so important. Just
Trust is something that we heard. We did a survey last spring, and we did find that finding trusted care partners was the main concern for family caregivers in Bloomfield Township.
Absolutely.
And so that is something that we do want to emphasize, is that we are, number one, our department is a trusted source. The way that we bring in service-hearted people with a heart for service to work with us, and then our volunteers, they're vetted. There's all kinds of kind of background checks. So trust is certainly something that we want to ensure that people who have never been to Friendship Club or even thought about adult day service, that they know that that is key for us. But providing them with moments to breathe, to relax, to take care of their own health concerns, maybe just take a nap, those are all the things that are valuable. And what we find is that sometimes caregivers don't even, in quote, identify as a caregiver. They are the spouse, they are the adult daughter. And we really need people to really recognize that, yes, I'm a caregiver, and that there are support programs out there to just help, even in small ways, can go a long way to helping them stay healthy and helping them be even a better caregiver. Not that we're saying they need to be, but it's an opportunity. And so our grants, we've been successful with grants lately, and we do have another grant called Exhale. And the reason it's called that is so that, wanting family caregivers to be able to have a moment to breathe. And we have several programs. One is related to your support group that you run. Do you want to talk about the support group?
Yeah, so we offer a monthly on-site in-person support group. We've been doing it for a couple of years, and it's usually the third Thursday of the month, and we meet for about an hour, maybe a little longer if needed, and the caregivers can come and share or listen till they feel willing to share. They can learn from other caregivers. The caregivers offer their support. They give them tips. We bring educational material that's out there in the community, opportunities. It's a really good option to, especially if someone doesn't know where to start. It's a great place to come, and you'll just learn so much. So the caregivers have shared that meeting is so important, and they're so thankful that we have continued to offer it. They are there, whether they sign up or not. They just show up, and they've indicated very important for their well-being.
I have a thought. I was fortunate to be part of that group this past month, and very beautiful sharing. New people who've been there a long time, all having that sense of, I'm not alone in this. Even though every single family and every single person is very different, but just having that sense of others are going through some things too. I think the most kind of funny thing that came out of it is one caregiver suggested to another who is having difficulties with checks being written that weren't supposed to be written to nonprofits and things like that. It almost seemed like a scam. And she said, well, why don't you get a pretend checkbook? I mean, everybody's eyes lit up. No one had ever thought of that.
Right.
So it was just like such a simple but beautiful thing that some other family had done, and then they shared it along.
Nice.
So just a couple of other things. I know we're getting closer to the.
Okay.
We're in the last quarter, so to speak, of our program, but I want to touch on. We've layered on another program on top of the caregiver support group. We've added a little extra element called Connect. Do you want to talk about Connect? It's also grant funded through the Exhale program, And it is a little bit of an extension of what is happening in the support group, but with more detailed resources.
Yeah, so Connect is offered monthly, and we are offering this through our Exhale grant funds, and it's set up in a structured way. It's offered for a few hours, and the caregiver can sign up for that, and while they attend that, they can also bring their family member to attend the Friendship Club, and that grant is covering that. So it's a nice opportunity. Have some things like there could be a lecture. There could be a lecture.
It might be a hot meal together.
Yeah,
We've done an art project.
Okay.
Recently there was some yoga program.
Yep,
So it's
there's
a program that really includes anything that caregivers want to learn about. They let us know, or any activity. It doesn't have to be educational. It can be just be fun and relaxing. So those are the kinds of elements that we're bringing into Connect. And then the last program that we're going to touch on, also grant funded, is the Companion Cafe. And I want to bring up 2 points about it, and then I'll ask you a little bit more about it, Ruth.
Okay.
The Companion Cafe started with a grant from the Bloomfield Hills Rotary about some time ago. They gave us the first year of funding, and it was such a great success. It was a way in which caregivers and care receivers come together to enjoy something. So there's refreshments, there's live music, there might be some kind of fun movement or game or a craft. I know one time they made hot chocolate mason jars that were decorated for holidays, and then they could give them as gifts. So there's so many things that can be done there. And now that program is being continued through our Exhale grant. We're very grateful for that. And if anyone is uncertain about Friendship Club, coming to Companion Cafe is a snapshot of what Friendship Club is, because the activities are extremely similar. So that's just an easy way for Bloomfield Township families to come in and learn a little bit more. It can be considered like a pilot or a test run. Caregiver comes in, brings their loved one, everybody's having a good time. It helps people get more comfortable with things, and it's just a good segue into Friendship Club. So if you'd like to say any final thoughts here, Ruth, on any of the programs before we wrap up.
So we're really excited to be able to offer so many programs for caregivers. So that's new and exciting for us. And the Companion Cafe is a nice program, like Christine said, to just sort of have a snapshot of what Friendship Club programming is like, but you can attend together, and it's something you can do together, and it offers, really well planned out activities. We've had some amazing live performers. So, so I think we're really excited as to what we offer.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you. So all of these programs that we've talked about are happening at Bloomfield Township, the Senior Center in Bloomfield Township, part of Bloomfield Township Senior Services. And we want to encourage anybody and everyone who is connected to a family caregiving situation. We want you to call, learn more. We want you to stop in. You can call to create a tour or a trial visit. Come and join us for one of the caregiving programs or the Companion Cafe. At this point, though, I would really like to thank Ruth Frketich for all her dedication to our community, and also to being here today. It's always kind of a fun conversation, I think, when we talk about things we're passionate about. I do want to now give the telephone number, which is 248-723-3500, and hopefully they'll have that up on the screen for us. And then our website is bloomfieldtwp.org. And again, we just want people to reach out. We do have a great catalog that comes out monthly, and it gets mailed to every household with a voter over the age of 50. But yeah, we're here for caregivers, and we do want to encourage people to learn as much as they can to really help their situation and help their loved one. Thanks again. I'm Christine Tvaroha. I'm the Director of Senior Services, and thanks for joining us on our show today, Facts for 50 Plus. Take care.